the UNIMAP Edu Solutions Private Limited cordially welcomes you to unlock your educational dreams.
So, what is the importance of the language? I feel Austrian and German both official language is German, I think.
Yes.
So, importance of language in life as a student and in job.
Yeah, it's very critical because even though nowadays, in these days, any European companies, most of the companies have the English as their business language because they want to interact, they want to increase their customer base, and so they want to go global. Unlike 20 years back, it was not the situation. So I still, it is very necessary to know the foreign language because even though the business language is English, in day-to-day company work, they prefer to have a local language, and which is obvious, I think, in all states of India. Even though our business language is English, we still we still speak our local language during day-to-day interaction with our colleagues. So it is important. Other important thing is, if you know the foreign language, then you can have those odd jobs during your education to support your finances. So knowing foreign language will be definitely helpful.
It's an added advantage.
Yes.
And regarding, like, I came to know that your experiences in home rent, and you have some problem, and you have faced some problem regarding your home. Like, can you share that experiences?
Yes, the main takeaway from this experience is never try to take a shortcuts, or there is a saying called penny wise and pound foolishness. So this will turn to, if you ignore some things, and if you ignore few regulations or some of the demanding things which are necessary in developed countries, which is not necessary in country like India, because the things are not so expensive and you or parents can manage those things in home country. But when you come abroad, the expenses are very high for any extra things come up to you. For example, like I was sharing apartment with one colleague in Vienna, and after around more than a year, we had a problem in the bathroom which starts leaking. Fortunately, the leakage it caused damage to our neighbor who is staying down below us. But fortunately, he has a insurance and it got covered in the insurance.
Okay.
The unfortunate thing was our real estate agent who decided he can take this opportunity and earn some money from us. And being students, we can't afford. Being student and being lack of foreign language, we will not try to get into the legal matters. But fortunately, we were the members of student association in Vienna, and the student association supported us very well. They hire all legal costs for us, and it cost us, like, at the initial, during the semester, the fees were some 18 euros per semester for being a student member of a student union. So 18 euros, if you are a fresher, you come to another city and you have already lined up many expenses, and when someone says you 18 euros, you quickly transfer it into Indian rupees, and then you think it's expensive, I will not be a member of your student union. But then this will cost you a lot in next. So my suggestion is, don't avoid things like your social security or your general home insurance or your union membership, because these institutes will help you a lot. And when it comes to hiring a person like a lawyer, it is always cost a lot in developed countries. So my advice is, don't cut shortcut and don't try to save money on few mandatory things. Another example is signing a contract for your say for rental house or anything. So if you are number of people staying in one apartment, then try to get all members on that contract, because if any one single person is under contract and then the other roommates leave to other cities for say for thesis reason or for exchange program or for any other reason. If they
Yeah.
leave the apartment, then the one person who has signed will come in the problem. So
Yeah.
it's always better to have everything legally done and don't get shortcuts.
Yeah, it's that out of friendship, some people will, without signing the contract, they let them in and stay. And if anything goes wrong, he has to pay the fine. I got the
Right.
point. Yeah.
Yes. And if this happens in India or if this happens when you are working, then it's not a problem. But now the situation, like you have come all the way from India to another country, you already have expenses on you, and then these things will also affect your finances, and subsequently it will affect your performance in studies.
Yeah, because it's a mental pressure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and it's a small thing that if you don't care, it disturbs you a lot.
Yes.
So apart from your experiences in this, like the job, like your experience and the job searching time period, because in India, like you get the replies very fast. Here, how do you have managed, and like how much time it took for you?
Fortunately, I got good responses, and because of my experience, I did not just go and keep applying for the positions. I used to carefully go to the position, what is the role required, what the experience they are looking for, and only suitable positions I applied, and I got quite good response. And I feel this response is because of the experience. In other case, if I was a fresh, I think I would have got less responses as compared to what I got with experience. So it will take time, but certainly you will get a job. Like many of my friends or classmates who have come after 1 year experience or fresh, they find tough to get job, but fortunately they land up in good companies, and now
Okay.
everyone is working. So that it is just a matter of few months, I would say, that you will require to keep your mind positive and not let the negativity take you over, because as you will be having more expenses
Yeah,
here,
it
and
burdens you.
if you're not earning, you have already burden of your last earlier 2 years
Yeah,
before
yeah,
completing
I got
yours.
it, yeah.
So it will be a tough time, like, but even you will definitely find job within 6 months, I would say.
Yeah, and regarding health insurance, like you have many things like public and private, and and what is your choice of suggestion in health insurance?
So the best way, like you are new, you don't want to spend time on doing research which company is good, or because of the language issues you won't be able to do this kind of uh, research. And you also don't want to misguided by any of your seniors who came from India, and they might suggest you, not intentionally, but they might suggest you like this insurance is cheaper, you go for private, but they might have some terms and conditions which will later cost you. So my suggestion would be to go with the government policies and the simple non-complicated insurance which will cover your uh, any health issues during
Your stay.
your stay.
And your journey from bachelor's, it has been interesting than mechanical and job holder and entrepreneur and patent holder, and again job, it has been a vast experience. And thanks for sharing all your details. And as an end, like, can you share a few good thoughts for the upcoming freshers, like who are planning for coming to Germany or Austria or to any European country? Like, what would be your note?
Yes, the first point I will emphasize again is on having an experience before you come for a masters, because then you can took better decisions, and you will also know what you want to do, and this will also help after your masters to find a job, to get a job.
easily.
quickly
Yeah.
because of experience. And uh, don't try to like skip anything or take shortcuts. For example, like not having insurance because you will save those monthly 50 euros or something, because if emergency comes then it will cost you a lot. Like even if you have to call the ambulance once because of any unfortunate circumstances,
Yeah.
then everything is like all 1 year
Savings.
charges are
What so-called
very
savings?
less. Yeah, so called. If you think like you will save 50 euro monthly without having insurance, and yearly it will cost 600 euro, but once you call ambulance you will have to pay 2000 euros. So it's not a wise decision to avoid such things
So if anything goes wrong.
when you are a student.
Yeah. Of course, they are not allowed to take normal insurance while they are student, and it's not a safe decision also.
Yes, and you have a student
Yeah.
insurance, so it doesn't cost
Much.
that much.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge and your experience with us. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharif. It was my pleasure being here with you. Thank you.